So he may not be creating a firestorm, but how about Kyler Murray kind of deleting the Cardinals images from his Instagram right after the Pro Bowl game? Not a free agent this offseason, but JOC, is he kind of sending a message that he kind of wants out of Arizona?
Well, I have a hard time thinking this was an accident, right? Some bot or some algorithm didn't come in and expunge and cleanse his social media. He's making a statement here. Whether it's a passive-aggressive statement or not, we can debate, but he's making a statement. You could go back to the middle of the season, and they're sitting on top of the world, and he and his coach, Cliff Kingsbury, have the same representation, and they're looking towards a scenario where Kyler Murray, after year 3, can get paid and would get a massive extension, making him among the highest paid players in the league. He was an MVP candidate at the time, after all. And Cliff Kingsbury is starting to prove his worth. He's ready to be paid like a big-time NFL head coach and not a college experiment who's trying to prove whether or not he belongs. Well, guess what? 2-3 months later, clearly nobody's running around with bags of money trying to throw it at those guys in Arizona right now. It's a long offseason. Could that change over the course of 5-6 months? Sure. But I don't think you have to be a brain surgeon to connect a few dots there and say there may be a little discontent as to where these individuals sit now versus what looked like it might be the case a few months back, where you're hearing rumblings and whispers and people leaking things to the media like, oh, Oklahoma might back up the Brinks truck for Cliff Kingsbury. Well, guess what? There's no openings right now. Cliff Kingsbury is still very much on the hot seat. Ownership was not pleased by the way that season ended, and this might end up being much more of a prove-it year than that coach or quarterback would have ever anticipated, say, at Thanksgiving.
Murray, of course, and the Cardinals falling short, as you mentioned there. Once again, one of the top teams early in the season, but didn't pan out that way as they're not in the Super Bowl or were in the playoffs for too long. As always, Jason Lockerford, appreciate your time tapping in. Don't forget the Pick Six podcast. The fellas always breaking it down. Will Brinson joined by Brady Quinn to break down that final coaching hire of 2022. Of course, with the looking at 2022 and then also into the future as well. Then a little bit on Dennis Allen, the hire there in New Orleans, how that shakes out for the Saints. Looking into the future for them. Download and give them a follow.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.